Okay, let's get back into this. My boyfriend is mad that I don't want to get a boob job.
Okay.
So I, female 20, have been with a guy, let's call him John, male 34, for almost 4 months. We first met just before my 18th birthday, but only started going out shortly after my 20th. I was at his place today to watch a hockey game and made an offhanded comment that when I was younger, I wanted a boob job because I didn't like that my breasts were big and uneven, the back pain I would get from them, and how I hated that they seemed to make guys over-sexualize me. Maybe this one actually might attack me. Without looking away from the TV, John said that I should get a boob job, as uneven boobs were a massive turnoff.
Oh, immediately no.
And that my boobs were so big to the point that they were, quote, kind of gross.
Oh my gosh, I'm triggered.
And part of why he hadn't gotten fully intimate with me yet.
No. I'm sorry.
He has seen me in just bras and straight topless, and I have gone down on him, but we haven't had penetrative sex, and he won't go down on me. I just laughed awkwardly and said I wasn't in a place to be able to drop a few $1,000s on a boob job. John shrugged and said he could and would pay for my boob job. I told John that I honestly didn't know if I wanted a boob job anymore. That was a 14 through 16-year-old me who was insecure about having, parentheses, what seemed like the biggest chest in her grade, and that 20-year-old me was more confident and kind of liked her boobs, minus when I have to find a bra that actually fits me in both cup and band, and the unwanted attention I get sometimes, LOL. John then got mad, like really mad. He slammed his beer can on the table and called me a selfish bitch for not considering his preference, especially since he's offering to pay for the surgery. When I said that I didn't want one right now, or maybe ever, he kicked me out of his house at 10 p.m. on the opposite end of the city of my house, saying that he needs some time apart from me. I ended up catching one of the last buses home, and the entire bus ride he'd been texting me testimony from people who had gotten boob reductions and evened them out, and telling me to, quote, look how happy they are. He seemed so mad when he kicked me out, but the text he's calling me baby and kitten, and just texted me the kiss emoji saying he's sorry for yelling at me, and that he had just had too much to drink. He had been drinking a lot, and asking if we're still on for tomorrow's lunch date. So honestly, I don't really know where we stand right now.
All of this was so angering on so many different levels.
Disgusting.
Your boyfriend, I'm saying that in air quotes because I don't even know if you're still dating after this charade. If you are, I think you guys have bigger problems than a boob job. But this guy's an asshole. I'm sorry, what? It is absolutely up to you what you want to do to your body, let alone an elective procedure that is, I mean, I understand for some people, boob jobs are aesthetic. For some people, they are like something that they feel like they need if they have back pain or if they have any type of, discomfort with their chest size. I totally get it.
Oh.
But at the end of the day, that is still your choice. It is a personal choice. It's not he who has to walk around with huge boobs on his chest. Like, yeah. I think that is so inappropriate. It doesn't matter if he's like, oh, I'm going to pay for it. Like, I don't care. Someone comes up to me and they're like, oh, I want to pay for you to get butt implants. I'd be like, cool, keep your money because I don't want butt implants.
Go fuck yourself.
Just because you're paying for them doesn't mean that I want them. And I think that what made me really sad is because I have struggled with body image issues. I still do, especially when it comes to like feeling confident and like I just hit myself with the mic. Feeling like, attractive and sexual and all those things. And so for her to say, I actually embraced my body after.
I like my body now.
I like my body now. I feel like
that's what made me the saddest.
That's what made me sad. And for somebody who's your boyfriend, not even just a guy that you're hooking up with, your boyfriend, to make you basically question that and now feel insecure, that is heartbreaking. He probably isn't the one for you. I would personally not be in a relationship with anybody who is trying to govern what I should do to my body, one.
No chance.
Trying to govern what is considered sexy, what is considered attractive, and almost withholding sexual intimacy until I meet the criteria that they envision for me, which is, in his case, even boobs, smaller boobs. So smaller, even boobs. And then maybe he'll go down on you. Maybe you will have sex. To me, that is so messed up. I can't even believe that this is her boyfriend. I'm like appalled.
It's terrible. I think the body issues is one of like the hardest things to deal with, like mental health, body issues. I think like body issues can cause eating disorders. They can be very debilitating. They can ruin your life and cause you to be discriminated against. Like I just there's so much to be said about that. So yeah, I really made me sad that she was like, I like where I'm at. And it's also like, find someone who also likes where you're at. Like,
Yeah.
my boobs are huge. They're uneven. I'm getting stretch marks because they're so fucking heavy. I do want a reduction, but it's like, it's something that's still scary for me. It is a massive surgery. So for him to get mad, like, oh, I'm paying for it, it's still a massive surgery.
That's another thing that shouldn't be understated. With elective surgeries, there's always a risk. Going under anesthesia is a risk. This is a procedure. It's not like a quick general anesthesia. Like you go all the way under.
Yeah.
So for him to put pressure on her for something that also surgeries have complications.
So many.
Surgeries could go wrong. You sign a waiver. You sign away.
You could literally have a massive stroke.
Yeah.
You could have blood clots and they could go to your heart or your brain.
Yeah. I think you nailed it though. It's like you should be with someone who it's kind of like likes you as you are, loves you as you are, embraces you as you are.
Yeah.
Not what, you could look like. Or, Alejandra, if you maybe like got some highlights and maybe like got, like a, what's it called these days? Brazilian butt lift, and you would be stunning and like that, I'd be so attracted to you. Well, guess what? I don't have those things. So maybe you should go find somebody who looks like that. I like the way that I look, and I want to be with someone who's like, oh my gosh, you're the girl of my dreams. Your body is amazing. I love your body. Like, you are perfect. Do not change anything. If you want to change something, I will support you, but you don't need, I'm not going to pressure you to.
No.
That is mind-blowing, so unhealthy to me.
Yeah. So I had it saved before. I have no idea what the update says, but there's updates.
Okay. Yay.
Oh God.
I hope the update is not like, I got it. You know what I mean?
I'm so scared. I hope
she didn't do it.
I hope she's just not with him.
Yeah.
That's like the
But
best
I hope she
outcome.
didn't get the procedure.
Yeah. And unless she wanted to. But like
unless she wanted
like
to,
we've
but
said
it
this
doesn't
whole
sound
time.
like she does. I am all for plastic surgery.
Period.
I am all for aesthetic enhancements if they're safe, whatever. That is not the issue. I am not like, how dare he and suggest that.
No.
It is, you should never plant the seed in somebody else's mind that they need to get a procedure or a surgery or any type of altering of their image for the sake of your attraction. That is what is making me so upset here.
Period.
Okay, let's hear the update.
Okay. Figured I'd give a small update to y'all and thank everyone who commented on my original post. There were 2 common questions I saw, so I'll answer those first. I, female 20, had met John, male 34, at a bookstore when I was 17. He saw the book I was holding and asked if I had read it already. We ended up having a small conversation about it, and he gave me his Snapchat so we could talk books again. I didn't give him my age at the time, but a few weeks later when I turned 18, he saw the Snapchat thing they add to your profile picture and asked me, so I told him it was my 18th. I'm somewhat close to my parents and my brother, but not so close as they know I'm with someone. When I'm with him, I just tell my parents that I'm with a friend or at school or work. Some of my closer friends know I'm dating him and the age difference, but most think it's hot or okay because nothing happened until I was already 20, which I did as well. On to the update. I'd been hoping that this was just a misunderstanding and that you guys would help us resolve it. So to see so many people dropping the word abuse and abusive surprised me. But after sleeping on it and reading so many of your comments, I realized I am, as some of you rightfully put it, dumb, young, and immature. Before John, I'd never been with anyone, and maybe that's a part of why I liked him. He was already experienced in life and never seemed to treat me like I wasn't at his level. He called me mature and self-assured. I guess playing into that not like other girls concept. I'll be honest, I really did like how he treated me. The pet names and compliments he gave always made me feel happy. I never really saw us striking up a friendship as wrong because it wasn't sexual or romantic in nature until well after I'd become legal and I was so close to 18 when we first met. As some of you pointed out, that might have just been him working on grooming and manipulating me. Some of you also said that it was only the first request, that if we continued, he'd keep asking me to change things about me, and fuck, I do not want that. I don't want to have to change things about me in order to get someone to stay with me, so that was very eye-opening. I ended up meeting him Tuesday. He love-bombed me, as one of you put it in my original post, and then asked me if I had reconsidered the boob job. So yeah, you guys were right. I told him we were done. I didn't think we were good for each other anymore and wished him well. He didn't yell or curse, but said I'd regret leaving him. He did text me a few hours later, but I deleted them without looking.
Oh my gosh, queen.
I'm so happy for
What
her.
a strong queen. You are not immature, honey.
This doesn't give me the ick anymore.
No,
now
it's
it's in the wrong
empowering.
category.
Yes.
It's been a few days, and I'll be honest, a part of me misses him, which I know is dumb, but I've taken your advice and blocked him on everything. So yep, we are over. 100% done.
Hey. Wait, that is like the best. I could not have even written a better update if I wanted to.
I love this for her.
She's incredible. Do you know how hard it is to block somebody and not be curious about what they said? Like, especially immediately after a breakup?
The freaking
self-control,
confidence, self-assurance.
This woman is so confident and I love it.
I love this.
She chose herself over him.
I love this. At 20, I would not have had this ability in me at 20. I talk a big game now because I'm fucking 28. Like, I get like so many messages like, you're so strong that you didn't text your boyfriend back. Like, granted, okay, I was 20.
No, you were
21.
You've always been.
That was a baddie. But I don't know if I would have. I don't know if I would have recognized this as early or as like wholeheartedly as she did.
Yeah,
like,
that's a very like vulnerable age.
Very vulnerable, and like for your first relationship, I think I was able to not text my ex back when he dumped me because of the fact I had gone through other relationships.
Okay,
she hasn't really.
Right.
Like this is her first real one.
Right.
So for her to be like, no, I know I deserve better. He love bombed me. He treated me like shit. The fact he doubled down when they met back up and was like,
thought about it?
Have you reconsidered it?
Yeah. What?
The audacity.
The audacity.
I'm so happy for her.
Yeah. Incredible.
And now this is in the wrong category.
I know. But he gave us the ick.
He did give us the ick.
She gives us the yes.
Yeah.
The yeah.
Yeah, I was the opposite of ick is yum, but we can't really like.
Yeah.
So yummy.
We're not going to sexualize her.
No.
But
very proud of her. So happy.
I love that though. That's awesome. That's a tricky story because like there are so many relationships where we don't even realize that we're subconsciously putting our own, like we're projecting onto the other person of like what we want, our wants, our ideals, and you know what I mean? It's incredible though. It takes a lot of strength at any age, let alone a younger age of 19, 20. And mind you, he's an older man and he's kind of like asserting a little bit of dominance over her. Like, I'll pay for it. Like, yeah, so I can feel like you own my body. Like, no
financial
thank you.
abuse. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't pick up on that so much. And now I'm like, well, why didn't I? But that is a very, very manipulative tactic.
It is. People think it's endearing. It's really not. Oh, my boyfriend offered to pay for my boobs. That's kind of a slap in the face. Not gonna lie to you.
And how many times have you heard people use that as a flex?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
How many times?
I don't like the wording. My boyfriend offered to pay for my boobs. Like I don't know. Like to me that gives me the ick. He offered. Like is that like a gesture? Like
yeah.
I guess if you were saying, oh, I really want my boobs done. I really want my boobs done, and then he came out and offered it. Sure, but for some reason it still doesn't sit right with me because I don't know what it is. I've always had a problem with that.
If it's unprompted and he was like, hey, you want your boobs done? I'll pay for it.
Ew.
Ew.
I don't like that.
If you're talking about it nonstop and you just can't afford it, then yeah.
Yes.
But like
but
totally
even
fine.
then, I don't know what it is. Like to me, it's almost like if I'm complaining about like my weight or something, and I'm like, I'm just really unhappy. I'm not feeling like thin. I'm not feeling lean. And then a friend pipes up and she's like, I'll pay for your lipo. To me, I'm like, I know the intentions are good.
But you're confirming it.
You're confirming that I need something done or that I need to change. That's why I don't like it. And listen, I am not shitting. If your boyfriend is paying for your boobs, get that bag, girl. But as long as that's what you want, as long as that is what you wanted, you did not let them plant a seed in your mind that you needed it or that you should have it. That's what I don't like.
Yeah, exactly. I completely agree. I think that's like a very touchy situation to navigate. And you hear about all the times. I've heard the opposite too, where like, oh, my boyfriend paid for me to get my implants taken out.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
I've heard that.
Ew.
Yeah.
I don't like
that.
Like,
again, control over someo's body.
It's exactly.
It's control over someone's body.
Yeah.